should have audio now. Actually, I'm going to check some of these other things as well. They're probably all wrong. Yep, they're all wrong. Overnight, my computer upgraded to Windows 11, and it probably ruined like everything. Alright, here we go. So, hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Today we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy XII. And, right, we're looking at when we started Final Fantasy XII. My first stream for Final Fantasy XII was September 10, 2022. So it's been almost a year. If I play this for 3 more months, then it'll be 1 year. Oh, it's this. It's the volume. The opening screen is, or the opening music is just really loud. Like it should be a lot better now, right? Now that it's not competing with the start of the game. So yeah, it's been almost 1 year, but not quite. But also it's a little different because we've been playing this for 100 hours, right? So Final Fantasy X, we beat after 70 hours. And Final Fantasy VIII was like even less than that. So I think that it's just like also a longer game than normal. And it would have gone even longer if we didn't have the 4 times speed. So I don't know whether the timer is also sped up. I've watched most of the Final Fantasy XVI trailers, but not all of them. I'm actually on vacation for the 22nd and the 23rd. So we'll be playing that a good bit on those 2 days. But then after those 2 days, we're going to finish Final Fantasy XII before we, you know, keep going. Yeah, so the release of the Pixel remasters kind of changes the order in which we were going to do things. Because originally we were going to just hop back and forth. So Final Fantasy VII would have been after 12, and then 13 would have been after 7, and then 6 would have been after 13. And then I would have done all of the Final Fantasies that I own. But now I own an additional 5 Final Fantasy games. Oh wait, also, yeah, after 6 would have been 15, and then 7 or remake, because I actually do have those now. Oh, well, also, I guess owning a PlayStation 5 also changes a lot of things because now I have 7 Remake and I have 15, and I'm about to get 16 as well. How does this get out of here? I wonder. Oh, well, there are these rooms back here that look pretty promising. Well, there's also those rooms that look suspicious. This is the way to go. $20 of Final Fantasy 16. You're about a fourth of the way through, I would say. I've gotten to the final boss twice in that game, but still haven't beaten it yet. I mean, I guess I technically have beaten it. Oh, you just got Shadow? Okay, you're not about a fourth of the way through. You're still at the very, very beginning. Like, you haven't even gotten to any of the super iconic bits of the game. Dragon Lich. Is it almost time to swap characters again? $58. Okay, it actually is time to swap characters. Oh, wait, I'm waiting until Vaan gets level 58. And then we swap. High potion? It should be illegal to be getting high potions this late into the game and out of treasure chests. Why does this room exist? Well, it does tell me that that's the exit over there. Is that the exit? No, that's where we came from. That's the entrance. Oh, well, I suppose that one of the things, you could be up here without a map. So some of these rooms are just here to confuse you. Just like do the thing you always do. There we go. So much easier. Cannot be opened from this side. Okay. I was actually thinking about that. Like, I might try to finish this game this weekend, but I probably will get sidetracked because there's still 4 more espers to get. And I know where 2 of them are. But like one of them is like kind of really difficult to get. But maybe not now that I have the cleanse spell. But also I might just accidentally beat the final boss. Like, I'm not trying to avoid finishing the game, but I could definitely see myself like just going through story bits and then oh, here's the final boss. Like, you've already been introduced to the big bad, I guess. And I'm pretty sure that all the regular story content is going to just be kind of easy for the rest of the game. And the only challenge is going to be from getting those other espers that are like I don't even know. We've already hunted everything that can be hunted. At least the standard things that can be hunted. So then the other remaining things will be things like, you know, the secret hunts. Or like finding the legendary weapons, or you know, things like that. Finishing or getting every ability and every technique. So what's the reason for this room? That seemed kind of useless. I didn't even try something. Trial mode. Trial mode's pretty fun, actually. I've done it a couple of times. That's how you get like the really good stuff, like the sort of stuff that you only get. Is she gonna cast floating herself? No. Like when you have like super rare weapons and items, it's kind of like the Final Fantasy X monster arena. Like there are certain enemies that appear in the trial mode that you can steal from, and they have like super rare chances of dropping or stealing really good stuff from them. Have you tried any of the Pixel Final Fantasies yet? I own the whole set of them. Did I just see her try to cast Shell? We don't do that. We use Shelga now. Oh, okay. She cast it on herself because she's a red mage and doesn't have Shelga. But I haven't played any of the Pixel Remaster games. I'm actually kind of torn because I read up on how some of the differences between Pixel Remaster and the original games, and I kind of want to play Final Fantasy VI on Pixel Remaster just to see what the differences are, but there's one thing in particular that I want to have the original experience for. So like, I might like do have a Final Fantasy VI stuff off stream on my Wii or my Wii U, and then get to the part that I'm thinking of, and then when I stream Pixel Remaster, I can do both versions in one stream. But I've actually played all of those games and beaten the final boss in all of them. Technically, I actually have beaten the final boss in Final Fantasy VI, but not on my own save file. So I've gotten to the final boss twice, and seen what the end looks like. But I've never done it all at once. You know, older brothers. So I had his save file with his like stat maxed characters. So he was able to. So I was basically able to beat the final boss in one action. Oh, that's good. Ooh, a map. Still got a ways to go. Well, I get the feeling that when I get to the top of this building, we're just gonna fight the final boss. Because the text here definitely kind of seems like you guys don't know what you're in for. We're sitting at the top of this tower, and we control everything. Kind of starting to realize that the A team is just carried by Fran. And I have instead I have 3 fairly competent characters on the B team. So if I really wanted to, I would probably make the team Fran, Balthier, and Bosch for my tryhard. If I felt the need to actually worry about putting in work. I played 3 hours of Final Fantasy I on the OG NES years ago. At the time I started watching your streams, I had only played 7 and 8. I'm going backwards right now, aren't I? Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, there's a door through here that I didn't know whether I wanted to go through or not. That is where side. That's the way I came from. Okay, so not going that way. Pretty strong. Played 9 and 10 alongside me, and then finished Final Fantasy XII last summer. So you finished 12 right before I started 12 then, right? Because I started in September. So at this point, you've played 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 12. So you like have done all of the PlayStation era and all of the PS2 era games. And I thought, I'm surprised that you haven't already been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, because you've been playing Crisis Core. Tula. What is that? There's a crossbow. Crossbow 4. I already have a crossbow 4, but it's slightly more powerful than that. What are you playing Crisis Core on then? So then you need to play 15 and 7 Remake. And then you'll be on the current gen. Crisis Core is on Switch. Okay, I see. And then once you play the Pixel remasters, you'll have done the SNES era and the NES era. Kind of wish that Nintendo could have been a kinder publisher in the 1990s so that these days I'd be able to just own one console and be able to play all the Final Fantasies rather than having to split between PlayStation and Switch. Oh, you still are missing 13. I totally forgot about that. You're missing the... That's not on any consoles right now, other than the Xbox 360. You might be able... Actually, I don't think you're even able to get it on the PS4. It's on PS3. That this was where I had already been, but it was not. Wonder what they're going to do about Final Fantasy XIII. It's so weird that we're able to play 1 through 12 as well as 15 and beyond, but we can't play the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy on anything current generation. These enemies are starting to get a little tough. I mean, like, not really tough, but like they're actually not dying in one hit, and they are actually dealing damage to us. You guys are weak to gravity, right? I healed by 10,000. Like, that's more than I'm allowed to even have as far as HP is concerned. It's actually, I'm wrong about that. I actually do have more than 9999 HP, because sometimes when I'm inflicted with sap or poison on Vaan, it doesn't instantly lower my... There must be a treasure chest on the other side of this wall. All that for 400 gil. I think that it would be since this area has introduced the concept of like losing game mechanics, like not being able to use magics or not being able to attack or not being able to use the map or not being able to use items. I think it would be pretty interesting to have a section of the game where you're not allowed to manually input commands. You have to solely rely on the gambits that you set up. Now, maybe that would be kind of annoying because then if like you were not good at buying all the gambits that you had access to, then you'd be just like, every time you wanted to do something, you'd have to go into the menu and then change the gambit so that it did the thing that you now want to do. Hey there, Chomper. Ashe is running out of magic. Siphon costs 1 MP, unfortunately, so... Some depends on whether gambits are a good combat system. I kind of like it. It's like a little interim thing. Like, I don't know, if you play all the Final Fantasy games, especially in order, then you kind of see the evolution of the battle system over time. And like, you know, people generally get pretty sad that the games are no longer like strictly turn-based. But to some extent, they weren't ever really supposed to be turn-based, so to speak. It was just kind of like, oh jeez, he did hit me with everything. So glad I have cleanse now. But, you know, to some extent, I think that the turn-based combat was just kind of the only thing that they could do. Like, in their heads, they were trying to do, like, Dungeons and Dragons, right? But Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game, and you are taking turns on that and rolling dice and whatnot, but it's only because otherwise you have to have like some sort of system. Like, you're actually saying, when you're playing actual Dungeons and Dragons, you're saying all the things you're doing, and it's, you know, fairly action oriented, and you just roll a dice to see how well you succeed at it. Very similar to something like, you know, Pokemon, where you know, the concept behind it was going outside and catching bugs in the tall grass and like discovering stuff like that. So Pokemon is now more like what the original intention was, compared to you know, where you walk into the grass and then you have a random encounter. Now you just see the Pokemon out. Yesterday the lights died for 9 hours. Oh no. Hopefully none of your food spoiled. I was like, everything else is kind of like annoying, but you know, having to replace the food in the fridge is actually detrimental. It didn't? No, that's great. Glad to hear it. This guy again. Thank goodness I got him before he started casting all that weird stuff. Can't be going from this side, okay. Oh, I can't do anything over here, okay. Oh, that's why it's a shortcut. Okay, I see. I almost got slapped by a falling electric cable. Oh, it's the down power lines is what caused the lights going out. I'm actually drinking the best cup of tea I've ever made for myself. I think it has to do with the quality of the honey that I used. Still not quite as good as when my wife makes it, but this is better than anything that I've had all year that I made myself at least. What tea is it? It's a black tea that's called Summer Solstice. I would be drinking Yorkshire Gold right now, but I accidentally left it at work because I brought it in because I've been kind of coughing all week, or actually for a couple of weeks now. Actually, just 1 week actually. It's been 1 week. And if I'm still coughing tomorrow, then it will have been weeks. So I brought it to work so that I could make tea at work. But I was lamenting the entire time because it tasted so bad when I make it myself. But this stuff is good. This tea is really good. And the honey that I used here is a lot better than the honey that I've been using at work as well. Because at work I'm using the processed stuff that stays together no matter what. And for this tea, I had to scoop it out of a jar, and it had like the crystals and whatnot in it. What the heck is this? Zombie Warlock. Okay. Is it time to swap yet? No, not even close actually. We don't swap until level 59. Okay, so then this is a shortcut to get back to this area without going all the way around the circle. But it's not really all the way around the circle, it's literally just one section over. Oh, but talking about the Gambit system again more, like, I really like it because it's, like, in so many Final Fantasy games, you get to a point where the best thing for you to do is just attack over and over again. And, like, you spend so much time getting all these cool abilities and, like, learning all this magic. And then at the end of the game, when you're fighting the super bosses, the best thing is to do is just to whack it with a sword. Usually that's the case. Sometimes eventually there's like just literally exactly one thing that you're supposed to do. And that's also not that cool either. Like in Final Fantasy II, eventually you learn well, Final Fantasy II is special anyway because you can basically just make whatever one thing you want to be the best thing to do, and then if you just do that one thing for the entire game, then it'll always be the best thing to do. Assuming that it's non-elemental at least. But I like the Gambit system because you can set yourself up for multiple scenarios, and they can make it very difficult to do things other than just press the A button. And I don't really like, that's like the one valid issue that I have with the Final Fantasy franchise, is that eventually, as good as every combat system is, eventually the best thing for you to do is just to mash the A button every time you fight something. put any of that extra in your tea? I usually don't, but when I'm sick, I put honey and lemon in mine. Like, if I'm just, at a restaurant or, about to just watch a movie and I just want some tea, then I just make the tea. Those are our spam bosses. Yeah, like Final Fantasy VIII. Characters cannot use that. Okay, I already knew that. In Final Fantasy VIII, once you get the summons, you can just literally use them every single battle. And you'll always win. Whatever bosses come out, just use your summon. In fact, the reason why I missed so many summons the first time I played it, decades ago, was because I came across a boss and I was like, oh no, a boss. Time to use this one summon. And then you just like mash the square button enough, and then you just kill the boss in one turn. Now, yeah, I was also, a dumb teenager and didn't think to even see whether the enemies had something to draw off of them. We'll see about that. The Undying. In 12 you spam the quickenings at the start? Really? I don't know, because at the beginning you only get one quickening, and I guess you could spam it. I mean, we spammed it a lot, to be sure. That's how we beat things that we weren't supposed to be beating. I can't even remember that many times where we used... when we're fighting for story content, I don't remember that many times that we used quickenings. I definitely remember plenty of times that we basically just showed up to like a Mark V hunt, and it basically would one-shot us otherwise, and we just said, alright, let's use our quickenings and destroy it before it destroys us. I could have sworn I saw like a gate. There it is. What does this do? Alright, not allowed to actually use it. Yeah, in Final Fantasy VI, you like start off using drills and chainsaws and crossbows, and it's awesome. But eventually you just, use Offring and Genji gloves, and you just mash the A button. And I think 13 is also good for that reason, because in 13, as much as people hate, 13, I really like the combat system in that too, because again, you're doing more than just mashing A. Although you can mash A, I suppose. It's actually pretty easy to get through the game just mashing the A button. But you gotta, paradigm shift, and you gotta... Well, you don't have to, but you can like cancel things and like use your specials and things like that. But in 13, there's not really a point in time where you just mash the A button in, and that's how you get through battles. I like that about 12 as well. Are you gonna go back to the Great Crystal? Eventually, I think so. I mean, yes, I will, because there's an Esper there that I want to get. Looks like we're about to fight a boss. Definitely looks like a boss room to me. 7 does, but also doesn't. 7, you just double summon at the end of the game. So power, wisdom, and wealth. The third of 3. That's a pretty cool looking mini boss. I'd play a character like that. Alright. She has haste on the party leader. That would be so deadly if I didn't have this Belga. He seems to have pretty good resistances. Ah, nice crit there. Well, only one character spammed attacks because they're a physical attacker. But, you know, Ashe uses haste on the party leader, dispel against him when he used his brave on himself, heals when she needs to, you know, siphons when she's running out of magic. Like, keeps herself alive with drain. Penelo casts buffs on herself so that she stays alive and then deals damage to stuff. And, you know, do you not get a rise? You do not, okay. Same here, like, cast Scathe, unless they're weak to something, and then use their attack their weakness, and then heal yourself if you need to, buff people if you need to, but don't use a magic spell against someone that has Reflect. Like, I love it, it's so great. You just like set yourself up for the most common scenarios, and then you just kind of let the game play itself because you thought of everything ahead of time. Now maybe the game would be even more interesting if I just did a no physical attackers run, where I just changed everyone's jobs to be some sort of magic-centric thing. It will certainly look more interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was something really weird going on with the guy, because sometimes he would take no damage from Darkra, and sometimes he would take a lot of damage from Darkra. Likewise with my mace attack, sometimes he would take like 100 damage, and sometimes he would take 7,000 damage. I don't want to touch anything until I find a save point. I don't know what anything does. Altar of Magics. Okay, let's see what these things are. So, what are they trying to say? If you want this airship, and you want to climb even higher, this vessel's ways now master to ascend. Through ways untrodden pass but one. Through ways then known move unhindered, so let's see what this one says. So now that we've reached this far, we can come back here, put the elevator, I think is what they're trying to tell me. Or are they really telling me that I actually have to go through here 4 times, one with each of the debuffs? Because we're currently using this thing here, the Altar of Wealth. So then that did something here. I can no longer go backwards. So then what happens if I do this? Hey there, demon. Now I can go backwards. I lost the map. But it didn't get rid of this thing. Dice of Ascendance. What if I want to go back with... like, I still don't care about items. Okay, this is still here. That's good. guess the game wants me to go forward with all of my abilities. That's the only thing I can think of. You tell me there are flanking bonuses in 12? That's pretty cool. If only I ever used a Shikari, then I can like backstab. Okay, so what they're telling me is that however far up I get, then the elevator will allow me to go there again. And that's fine and dandy, but I just want to go to a floor that has a save crystal. There's the autosave. There's a save crystal. It's so weird that they made time magic so good in this game. Like, time magic is really, really good in this game. And it actually makes no sense. And like, what even is green magic? It's also really, really good. Like, green magic is where you have your drain and your siphon and bubble. Bubble is maybe one of the best abilities I've ever seen in any game ever. But also then there's reverse, which is also maybe one of the strongest abilities I've ever seen in any game ever. Because it's not like enemies will actually heal you ever. But then for whatever reason, gravity deals 1/4 of the enemy's max HP to all enemies in range. This is a guaranteed 4-hit KO. The meat of Dynasty. So now we have another area that we don't have a map for. We got grenades. We're still level 57. Oh, we're doing no damage to these guys. What? We're doing no physical damage to these guys. No paths herein will you find. As you climb the glyphs, these shall be your guides. To seal the night, look first. To seal of night, look first. Not easily this realm to pass. Failing twice, punishment you will face. Okay, well that's not good. But they want us to go to the night, so I guess we'll just click on the dark stuff. Sigil of Sacrifice? Oh no. Oh wait, we have the map though, it's okay. Waystone, red sigil. Green sigil. Black sigil. Wait, why was this one named so differently compared to the other ones? Sigil of Sacrifice. Alright, let's see. Reach, banishment, suffering, ascension, damned, truth, occult. I wonder what kind of punishment they're talking about. Also, let's see what this other thing is over here. It's an ancient door. Let's see if I'm able to enter it. Cannot be opened from this side. That's a shortcut to come back. Now we're getting raided here. Welcome, raiders. We got Omar, the Kaiju Rider, Ace Trainer Al, Ridley fans. How are you guys doing? Let's show off an Esper for the raiders. That's a lame one. Actually, it is kind of nice. Let's see. Oh, this is my favorite one. This guy has carried me so much over the year, or not over the years, but just over time. He's just so tanky, and he heals off of his special attack. They do no damage to me. I heal when I attack them. We reached the point where the Espers are actually kind of weak relative to just like me fighting. This is one of the strong ones too. They just attack too slowly, mostly, and they don't do enough damage to compensate. Now maybe if they were fighting like one boss, and they just needed to survive, more so than kill. Okay, looks like we got a level. Nothing to worry about. What were you guys playing over there, Al? I don't know if you ever answered that. Or are they already gone by now? Let's see. We still got 5 watching. That was a lot of damage. Ooh, we have Flare. Do we already have Flare? Flare. It's not as good as Scathe. Maybe someone else has it. Like Flare is non-elemental damage to one target, and Flare is non-elemental damage to all targets or targets in a range. Where is it? There it is. Massive damage to one foe. Massive damage to all foes. Yeah, Brand's the only one that has it. Unfortunate. It's wild that we're playing a game where Flare is like... I mean, Flare usually isn't the strongest ability. Usually it's Ultima. So Scathe is basically just like... Anti-res? What is that? It's a gun, okay. I would say that Holy is pretty rarely the best move in the game. And I don't usually like Holy because it's elemental. So like eventually you're gonna come across someone that's immune to it or absorbs it. But yeah. Flare is usually up there, at least. Holy and Flare are usually about equal, I'd say. But I don't know what I would do if there were, hey, what's it called? White robes, that's gonna be nice. What does that do? White robes would be the best thing for them. But not for Fran. Doesn't give any sort of elemental anything. Increases speed though. So 10, 8, 8. And this would bump you up to 11. Somehow the white robes at 11 are not as good as the black robes at 10. Doesn't give more defense, it doesn't give more magic resist. It does increase speed though, and that could actually be worth. Who needs it more? Penella needs it more. It just doesn't seem right. Oh, it lowers my max HP. I also kind of like the equipment balancing in this game. Like light armor increases your HP, but doesn't have as much defense as, you know, heavy armor. and sacrifice. I choose Fool's Facade. That's the way that we came, right? Yeah, that's the way we came. So then now what? How will I know which one I'm supposed to go to? We've done black once. And we've done green once. So let's just go red, I guess. Get 2 shots at getting it wrong. Is this supposed to be the bad answer? Was that supposed to be bad? Oh, I mean, can't be bad if we got an ultimate blade. It's a great sword. Oh, man. Well, I'm using it. It's called the ultimate blade. I can't not use it. And that brought me up to here. And I'm trying to get further up. We haven't seen yellow yet. Oh wait, that's sacrifice. Why are they both sacrifice, but they're different colors? They're all sigils of sacrifice. Let's go with white. Because I've never seen that color in this dungeon yet. That put me back. Right? Untainted by glyph and color. Pure brilliance unseen in distances traversed. So I think that it seems like from here on we don't touch any more glyphs. But I sure want to see what this glyph sends me to, because it looks so cool. Like, what is that even? Is that a reflection of... Yeah, that's actually just a reflection. It's just a mirror. Or not a mirror, but it's just transparent. That's a lot of damage. It's like a lot of damage. there's no way to go forward, so I guess we're going back to go to that weird crystal. I guess we somehow just accidentally got it right on first try, maybe? Elixir, okay. But there are these two unexplored areas that we haven't been to yet. But if we can take this elevator and then come back down. Oh no, I want to go down though. Okay, well, if this brings me to a save crystal, I'll save, come back down, and then try to get to those other two locations in this room. They actually stop us on 89? Is it boss time? Is it final boss time? I kinda want to steal from him. Do I have the steal ability on anyone here? Is that all he's got? Nothing to steal. How disappointing. What is he immune to? That's one of Freddy's rock sword. I guess this is a mid-2000s character. I'll forgive him. Quake Ja. Is that gonna be, are we gonna be immune to that because we're floating? It's gonna be so hilarious if we're actually immune to this because we're floating. Wait a minute, is this an Esper? That looks kind of like an Esper ability. Yeah, I missed all of this. That is so very, very sad. So very sad. It was an Esper. Cool. This is a pretty cool Esper. Inflicts disease, does earth damage. Ashmal, bringer of order. Still no save crystal. Dark matter. Dark matter in almost every Final Fantasy game is one of the best and most rare drops ever.
The din of the mist grows greater.
The Suncrest must be near.
I wonder if she'll really do it. Take revenge against the Empire. I mean, I know how she must feel. It's hard, losing someone you care about.
Something we all got in common.
Yeah.
But you know, no matter how hard we try, we can't change the past. There's nothing that can bring them back. Still, sometimes when I close my eyes, I can see them so clearly.
Illusions of the past. You think to have cast them off, only to find them years later, unwearying, unrelenting. The past can bind a man as surely as irons. Cut the true path. But will she?
I mean, I do sympathize, I guess, with Ashe. Like, it's very unfortunate that her husband died, but like, literally everyone that's in her party has lost, you know, a lot as well. That seems a little dramatic. You always got to go backwards through places that they took you through cutscenes. Like, we already caught a Mega Elixir. Who knows what else we'll find going backwards. Maybe it'll be nothing, but I like having the map completed. We got everything. Still no safe crystal. Look at all the stuff that we've never explored here. Like, what would make me want to go back for more stuff? These extra white magic spells. Do I have Holy yet? I still don't have Holy. That would be worth going back for. What is this last thing? Oh, that's Ardor, right? That's that max level dark spell. That'd be nice as well. Where are these other two, though? I suppose I could check and see what I would get for unlocking this guy. So nothing for Ashe. Even though canonically she probably should get it. Steel for Penelo. Penelo has too much stuff though. She gets everything. What else does she get besides steel? Nothing. Okay. Actually, like, not even that great. Bone Crusher, which she already has. Okay. Raise from Vaan. That's actually really, really nice. That's way better than expected. Nothing and nothing. Fran gets a hand grenade for nothing. And Bosch gets... Oh, those are some pretty good ones. Kiraja, Bravery, and Faith, but he doesn't really need that because he gets Bravery cast on him. And Swiftness? Why is that so good? Alright, so it's between Vaan and Bosch. What do they have so far? Vaan has 1. Bosch has 1. They do not make it easy. And everyone has 1, so it's kind of easy. I mean, being able to bring someone back is kind of important. Alright, what do I currently have for my gambits for Vaan here? Yeah, he's doing literally nothing, so... What was the other thing that I got with this? Probably nothing, right? There it is, Bone Crusher, which I already had, right. I go for Faith and Swiftness. That's pretty fair. Swiftness is really, really good, as it lets you attack more quickly. And like, Faith doesn't really matter, for him at least, unless he's casting it on Penelo. But if I really wanted to, I could just have Ashe cast Faith and Bravery instead. But he'd mostly be casting Bravery on himself. And Kiraja heals the whole party, which is also pretty nice. Right, that's the one that heals the whole party. Right now he has Kiraga, which heals just one person. Like having 2 useful abilities instead of having 1 really useful ability. But the thing about me is I'm overly defensive, and having another way to make sure that, you know, we don't get party wiped by having Raise on your Gambit system is too much for me to pass up. I just can't do it. Like, there'll probably never be a situation where Vaan is the only hope and has to revive everyone else. But if that were to ever happen, then it'll be so worth. Revive is never a bad decision. Unless you're talking about the technique revive, because that one kills you and then revives someone. And then that person presumably could revive you back. Alright, finally got to a save spot. Time to backtrack. Does Mr. Beast even play Pokemon? Brings us to this place, which this is going to be that door that we could only open from one side. And this gives us a map. I'm glad we backtracked. Third two is of the flame, not green in hue. 179 wings to earthbound form. So just the third one is fire, I guess. Seal of the night. This two seal of night look first. Where black and night stain door and glyph. So yeah, we were correct in choosing black first. Next go to the green flame. How did we just luckily get everything right first try? The fourth is that you sacrifice. Remember now the price you paid below. Steel turned white into ash, wealth that glimmers gold. Magic cries for the violet dusk, and knowledge for the pink blush of dawn. Well, we sacrificed the items, which is wealth. So we take the gold one last. Yeah, it's... That's so funny. We completely just accidentally did it first try. I basically just said this color looks pretty, and then that's the thing that it was. Failing twice punishment you will face. I wonder what they mean by that. So we're going to intentionally fail twice. Well, that's the worst that could happen. We've already saved, so let's do green first. that brings us to the beginning again. So then let's do it again. So this is the second failure. And that brings us... Oh, okay. The punishment is to go back to this room and fight these tougher enemies. They're actually kind of doing some work against me. Ow. How is she... Oh, she's disabled. Okay. And I'm confused. Which is hurting a lot. That actually was pretty punishing. Takes them forever to actually cast a rise. Or not a rise, but cleanse. You know, I'm just gonna kill them here. Well, I will also start using cleanse on Bosch, but let's also set ourselves up for success and just... Oh wait, they have reflect, don't they? Actually cleansed Bosch. Now let's cleanse Redis. Alright, that was cleansed. Good. Dispelga. This is like actually a pretty decent punishment for failing twice. Sooner Redis, so he doesn't kill anyone. And then start arising the other allies. The magic's binding the door fade. You couldn't even run away from that. Oh no. That was pretty fun, though. That was harder than the boss fight? It really was. Much, much harder. It's really the disease, though. Like, disease is a really, really powerful status effect, because as soon it doesn't cure it. And then they did that thing where they confused the whole party at the same time. Oh, there's even more of them still. Yeah, the reflect good. Pretty good. So we have Dispelga. When there aren't that many of them, it's not so bad. It's just that I think that when we were in ×4 speed, we kind of aggro too many of them. Well, that was fun. So last night, by the way, I was playing some Final Fantasy X off stream and was able to defeat my first Dark Aeon. I've gotten a lot stronger in the 10 hours since the last time I streamed it. It was actually kind of easy, even. Never did the Dark Aeons. That's fair, because they are like unreasonably much more tough than like anything else in the game. Well, besides like, you know, they're actually still not even as tough as some of the unique monsters in the monster arena. But they're just generally very powerful, and you know, as I mentioned before, I beat Final Fantasy X after 70 hours, and I just got to 110 hours, so I've played almost as much after the final boss as I did leading up to the final boss at this point. But the one that I defeated was Dark Valfor. The last time I fought him, I couldn't even touch him. Like, didn't have enough accuracy to even attack him once. But this time, I did max damage. With every hit, this with Tidus at least. And killed him without taking any damage from my actual characters. Now he would have killed me, but I used a summon as to soak up the damage. How do I get over there? Okay, that's what I want to do. They said, don't take the green flame, right? What was the thing that they said? The second one, take the flame, but like, not green? Ow. That's one that wants me to take here. But what about this other green one? Nice. And then for the third one, I'm supposed to take yellow, I think, right? Something that I haven't seen yet. I think I'm supposed to take red, maybe. There was no benefit of being here. Except for clearing off my map, which is enough reason for me. I'm gonna take red. Because I think that's what I did last time. Yep, that was right. Are you not attacking the one that has the least HP right now? Like, what is this gambit? They were almost dead. It was just like random, nearest visible. Oh, and this is supposed to be the one where I choose yellow for the sacrifice. Or is it supposed to be steel? Yeah, I chose right again. And then this is the last one. I don't remember which one I'm supposed to do this one. Untainted by glyph and color. So no colors here. It's the steel one that's hidden in the pathway. That hurt. No, but for real, why don't you just like kill the thing that's almost dead? Figured out when Xenoblade's coming back in. When did the Celestial Weapons and Monster Arena last summer, right before Xenoblade 3 came out? Nice. Yeah, so I haven't really, but presumably after the summer of Smash, we'll get back into other RPGs that aren't Final Fantasy. I have to decide whether I'm going to do Octopath Traveler 2 first or Xenoblade Chronicles 3 first. I feel like it would be a better call to do Octopath 2 first because it would not take as long. And also if I delay playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 a little bit more, then I will be spaced out enough from the release of Final Fantasy XVI to be comfortable buying Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition. And then I can do Torna followed by Future Connected, and then start Xenoblade 3 after that. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do Octopath 2 starting in September. And then those 3 sometime after that. I'll probably do the 2 DLCs first, and then probably put another mini RPG in between there, like Child of Light or like Live Alive or Advanced Wars or something like that. I haven't really thought it out too much. Will Kingdom Hearts come back? Yeah, it will. Now that I have a PS5 and I can play the real game without having to play it over cloud download, or not cloud download, but rather just streaming over the cloud. That might not be until next year, because Kingdom Hearts as a trilogy goes on super sale during Golden Week, and I already missed Golden Week this year. So maybe Golden Week next year I'll buy the Kingdom Hearts. Alright. Explored everywhere that I want to, right? I mean, technically not really. Oh wait, no. We actually have. We have explored everywhere that I want to. I thought that I missed a floor somewhere. Yep, we're good. No, now the reason of your choosing. We're about to hit some huge plot stuff.
So this is the Sun Crest.
King Wraithwall stood here. With this sword, he cut the Sun Crest and took its power in his hand.
But you're going to use the sword to destroy the Sun Crest. Aren't you, Ashe?
Don't interrupt me, Vaan.
Power.
You want revenge? You would have me use the stone? You would have me destroy the Empire? Is this my duty? Is this what you want? I cannot.
Why do you hesitate? Take what is yours. The Christ is a blade. It was meant for you. Wield it. Avenge your father. Yes, it was I who wore Bashi's face, who cut down the life of Dalmascan. Lady Ashe, your father's murderer is here.
You and Rex!
I slew your king. I slew your country. Do these deeds not demand vengeance? Yes, good. Find your wrath. Take up your sword. Fight, and serve those who died before you.
A Judge Magister there was. 2 years passed. He took in his hand the Midlight Shard, stolen from Nabratia, and used it not knowing what he did. And Nabudis was blown away. Sid ordered this of him, to learn the Nethicite's true power. That man swore never to let such terrible power be used again. He forsook his Judais's plate and his name.
Judge Zect.
It's been too long, Gabranth. Reach out your hand, Lady Ashe. But remember, that which you must grasp is something beyond revenge, something greater than despair. Something beyond our reach. Try as we might, Gabranth, history's chains bind us too tightly.
No, we cannot escape the past. This man is living proof. What is your past, daughter of Dalmascan? Did you not swear revenge? Do the dead not demand it?
Wrestler. My prince. Our time was short. Yet I know this. You are not the kind to take base revenge! The wrestler I knew is gone.
You are our saint, Ashelia Banargan. You must use the Nethicite. You must be the one to straighten history's weave.
I am no
It was
false
the
saint for
Undying
you
of the
to
whole
use.
time.
Ashe.
In all Dalmasca's long history, not once did we rely on the Dusk Shard. Our people resolved never to use it, though their need might be dire. That was the Dalmasca I wanted back. To use the stone now would be to betray that. I will destroy the Suncrest. I will discard the stone.
You claim no need of power? What of your broken kingdom's shame? The dead demand justice!
You're wrong. What would change? I can't help my brother now. My brother's gone. He's dead.
Even with power, we cannot change what is past. What is done, is done.
dead without power, what future can you claim? What good a kingdom you cannot defend?
Then I will defend Queen and Kingdom both.
Ha! Defend? You? You who failed Landis and Dalmasca. What can shame hope to keep safe? Your shield is shattered. Your oaths poison those you would protect.
Oh, yikes. He took so much damage so quickly.
Hear me, Bosh. Do not think killing the Kingslayer will win you back your honor. When you abandoned home and kin, your name was forever stained with blood.
Aye. This stain is mine to bear, but I will bear it willingly, knowing that I did all that I could for hope.
Preen and strut as you like. In the end, we are the same. Bloodthirsting carrion birds. Hellbent on revenge.
He's immune to magic now. And he does 900 damage. It's a good thing that I don't solely rely on magic.
So you, too, would leave your debts unpaid.
Enough of this! I can bear no more.
Is that Sid?
You disappoint me, Gabranth.
What?
He trusted you. When you bared steel against the princess, you forswore your obligations to your emperor. You shame yourself and make mockery of Lord Lars's trust. You are unfit to serve him as sword or shield. And
Wait,
so
but
I
isn't Sid
release
bad?
you from that service. Your presence is neither required nor welcome. Gabranth!
Yeah, Sid is kind of strong.
You were only a tool of this Venar.
Yeah, Vanaz is one of the Undying.
We are allies.
You are not allies. He is definitely the
Peculiar
enemy.
give men power as a master feeds his dog. It is meant to tame us. How well you've resisted their wile. By turning your back on their stones, you give us free hand to write our own history.
And at what price? Dalmasca's freedom for your nethicite? I shall not suffer you to have it. The Suncrest be damned!
Be sure that it is! For what other purpose do you think you brought us here? But, my lady, I would have you stay your Acurian sword. The Suncrest is glutted with mist, and so precious a thing must not be squandered. Let us use the stone! Finish this for now! Shards of Nephesite, cocoon of the Suncrest, spill forth your mist upon this Ivalice. Let's see its sky be awash in it, that Bahamut may come and drink his fill.
He says something about Muhammad in there?
And lo, how brightly burned their lanthorn. Casts it back the shadow of a Curian design. Testament that man's history shall be his alone.
You made your nethicite for this. You mimic the Acurious stone for what? To become a god yourself?
On whose shoulders better to stand than those of the would-be gods? Ah, such high hopes I once had, but you ran and they with you. Alas, the hour of your return is late. Come, family, revel in the glory of my triumph!
Right. New boss to fight? He uses guns? Why? There's like so much happening here.
No pity from me! Stand and fight! Behold the manufactured nethicite, the fruit of our power and knowledge. See what the stone of man is capable of. Witness its power with your own eyes. Offer it to me!
Should I use my summon to beat his summon? Pretty sure his summon is going to be better than mine. And it's actually definitely faster for me to literally just attack him. But immune to physical damage, immune to magic. I'm going to do this thing even though it's definitely not optimal here. Briny Cannonade. I want to heal myself, but I guess I'll use Cure instead. I wish I had this single target magic. You know, if I could equip guns like this, I would probably actually use them. He just exploded the whole room and did 900 damage to both of us. Alright. This has been fun. messed up. Oh, wait, what? Why is he immune to it again? Why did no one kill me? It's so weird. Like, what's going on with my healers?
Wake and die!
Alright, time to take off the other half of Sid's health bar. Oh, he's still immune? Okay, he's no longer immune now.
No pity for me! Stand and fight!
He's immune to all my magic, apparently. Or my elemental attacks, at least. Did I get another Esper just now? Wow. I actually was not expecting that.
Let him by, Fenar. It is done.
Fena's not listening to you. You were a pawn.
Now I have enjoyed these 6 years.
The pleasure was all mine.
Was there no other way? Huh. Spend your pity elsewhere. If you are so set on running, hadn't you best be off, fool of a pirate?
Fran? Fran!
The mist burns to bursting. It beats. The cocoon. The sun crest bursts. You must run as far as you can.
Easy, Fran.
Hadn't you best be off? That's what a Sky Pirate does. You fly, don't you?
Why is everyone telling him to
I
run?
suppose you'd better hang on then.
Ashe, the sword!
should be telling him to help Ashe destroy the Sun Cyst instead.
You must quit this place. It's reacting. I've not seen its like before. Nay, never this large. Never such threat impendent. For Nabudis.
Wait, he about to sacrifice himself?
Radis, no!
I, Judge Magister, condemn you to oblivion!
I did not expect that.
Radis.
You now have the option to save in your game. Let's save over this one here. I think it really looks like Dunban with Fiora and Ricky.
Sid?
We let ourselves inside. The situation is one demanding some haste, you understand?
Hey, this guy's still alive.
How did you know where we were?
My little birds, they tell me many, many things. My lady, the war begins now.
Then you were unsuccessful in stopping the Rosarian fleet?
I used a variety of methods. All went according to plan until it came time to request withdrawal of our most devoted generals. In their enthusiasm for war, our great military leaders went behind my back straight to Marquis Sandor's resistance.
The resistance?
During training, a division of the resistance ignored their orders and disappeared. They were next found exchanging broadsides with the Imperials over Old Nabradia.
Why would they go there? They were asking to be found.
You misunderstand. Those ships must surely belong to Rosarian Division. They may have joined Ondor's resistance forces as patriots or even mercenaries, but in reality they are regulars of the Rosarian army, under direct command of our war pavilion. This fifth column has invaded Imperial airspace and provoked a response. Unable to abandon them, His Excellency the Marquis was obliged to give his main fleet the order to attack. And the battleground is Dalmascan.
Should this fight drag on, Rosaria will enter the fray. The defense of Dalmasca is their excuse, and we will have a war between empires.
Correct. They will bide their time waiting to strike until the Empire has spent itself against the Marquis. But then he will crush them and the Marquis both between his hands.
Vayne holds the Dusk Shard no longer. His advantage is lost.
Vayne has advantages enough. He stands on higher ground, and my birds tell me he has awoken something quite large. Bahamut, Lord of the Sky. There was a stirring in the mist, in the direction of Ridorana, I'm told. Bahamut awoke soon after this.
It is the mist that came before the Christ was undone. It breathed life into this Bahamut. If Rethers had not stopped it when he did, how much more mist might it have drunk? All went according to Dr. Sid's designs.
Yes, the man's last great accomplishment, I fear. And so it falls to me to put an end to the thing.
Vayne commands Bahamut himself?
He comes to Rabanastar.
Then I will defend Dalmasca and stop this Bahamut. This is my charge.
That's our charge, actually.
It's our home. It belongs to us all.
And my charge is to hinder and delay this Rosarian invasion for as long as is possible.
As long as possible. Like about 3 hours of real life time while I explore a couple of dungeons.
When this unpleasantness is done, you must come to Rosaria. I will take you to the Amber Vale of Clan Margrace. Such things I will show you. Until then, I will be waiting.
Alright, so the Bahamut is the final airship. Here we're gonna sport, sure. A and B alternatives to run. Wait, why is this difficult? What? This is supposed to be tier 1. Is he going to trip or something? A potion. These items are so terrible. How many more things do I have to do in order to get a good prize? Is there ever a good prize? Ugh. Maybe I'm going faster than I need to, but maybe I'm not. I lost. Unfortunate. I tried to save my fingers by using my robe as a buffer for my fingers. I think I'll just use 2 thumbs like I did the first time. It's like a happy medium between actually rubbing my finger between the 2 buttons. Why is my path so much better this time as well? I feel like that's the real strategy. Just hope that Vaan goes the right way. I'm gonna try going a little slower this time and see if it actually matters how fast I actually alternate between the 2. So even with that terrible route, I still was able to win. Why is he so fast? It's a good thing that he trips so much. How many more of these I'm gonna do? Alright, I'm actually too tired to continue at this point. Unless I find some other way of alternating quickly. I wonder if I can do like super lazy like real lazy like. No. If I do it too slowly, then I keep stopping occasionally. But thanks to my better pathing, I ended up winning. Done band through. Alright, we'll do that more later. So, the reason why I know that I went too far is because Redis is dead, and all of the post-game, like, do these things before beating the final boss videos that I watched of Final Fantasy XII content all had Redis in their party. So, I kind of goofed and went too far. But I can do all that stuff without Redis. It's just that, you know, having 3 people instead of 4, it just means that you do less damage. Alright, let's take a gander at what else we even could possibly do. Potions lore 3? Yeah, no thanks. Or Dispelga and Arise? Oh man, I got cheated. I went with Raze and Kira when I could have had Arise instead. And then I could have given Bosch the other one. Which I still can. Technically, I'll just... If I were to just reset Vaughn's stuff. Which I might actually do. And give him the other one here. Now, canonically, it would make sense for Balthier to get this Famfrit because he inherited it from Sid. A dagger in numerology. Unfortunately, it's too useless on Balthier, so he doesn't get it. Something that I already have, and stuff that I already have. Nothing, and magic lore, battle lore, and stuff that I already have. Nothing, and stuff that I already have. Wow, this is so clearly best for Bond. It's actually sad. Magic lore and nothing. Okay, so we're off to Rabanaste. Just use Scathe on the other runners? What do you mean? Is the basement level in the dungeon you just finished? I need to anchor up. Get to Rabanaste. I also think that I should be able to complete that one mini side quest where I'm supposed to like travel between the different things and talk to the 6 sisters. Arcades, Jerba, private airships, and Nalvina. Jerba, Arcades. How come there's no flights to Rabanaste? So to Nabana and then back to the port, and then we'll take the other pairwise sets. The romantics. I'm not entirely sure that I completely understand everything that just happened in that dungeon. So it seems to me as though Redis was a judge, and Sid told him to explore the Nethicite that was in Nabudis, and he did so and accidentally destroyed the whole place. So that is that whole tragedy, and that's where the Necro Hall is, and that is where Ramos was from, I think, before Ashe married him. And then he renounced his judgeship and became Redis and became a pirate. And I think that by that point, Sid was already under the control of whatever his name is, Vaunt, the Oculus, the outcast Oculus. And Vana, yeah. And then what else was revealed during that time? So it seems that Sid and Balthier are related in some kind of way, and I think they are Arcadian royalty. I think that they're father and son. I think that Sid is Balthier's father. And when he started going crazy, Balthier ran away and became a pirate instead. And the other judge, Galbranth, is Bosch's brother, twin brother, I guess, who killed the king of Dalmasca, as well as Rex in the opening cutscene. But I don't know like why he kind of showed up just then. I guess just to resolve that plot thread. But I guess he wanted revenge for Nabudis and wanted to. He learned the truth of the Oculus, the Ocular, the Ossia, and realized that he doesn't like the deterministic nature of the world, basically, that they have these gods that are controlling everything, and wanted everything to be destroyed, or he wanted revenge on Arcadia. Four sisters to go? That's so many sisters. Yeah, so it seems like he wanted some kind of revenge and wanted Ashe to take some kind of revenge. It also turns out that the entire time, what's his name? Ramus? Whatever is. Let me look it up. Razzler. So the ghost of Razzler that Ashe had been seeing the entire time actually wasn't an actual ghost, but rather the Ossia. the Undying, trying to fool her into destroying the world again, because they basically have this thing where after society gets too advanced, then they just reset by choosing an agent to destroy it all. Very similar to like Sin from Final Fantasy X, or the Warriors of Light versus the Warriors of Darkness from Final Fantasy III, or pretty much all the Final Fantasies. Usually there's some sort of cycle of death and life. I wonder what this thing in the bottom corner is going to be. Definitely seems like I'm missing a couple more things. Friend of Vane, though their ages are different, they share many of the same ideals. In trial mode, if you get all the way to the 100th level, you have to fight 12 judges at once. And it's supposed to be like the hardest thing in this game. This is our first boss. Do you want to go for the final boss now? Probably tomorrow, maybe. Let's see, it's like 6 o'clock now. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Like, I don't really know. Like, if I beat the final boss, then the rest of the stuff that I do for Final Fantasy XII will just be off stream. Like finishing the other dungeons, you know, defeating 10 of every monster or whatever. The things that I need to do is, like, I need to get 2 more grenades, for example, and there are like some level 90 enemies in the Zertinian caverns that I haven't even destroyed one of yet. And like getting all of the espers. And I don't really know how much I care to do all that on stream versus off stream. Oh, you put in the last name too? I wasn't expecting the last name in there. That whole fight was not the final boss? No, that whole fight was the climax of the game, but not the final act. So the tensions were at its highest, and now we know kind of how the game's going to end, or how the story's going to end at this point. And now the rest of this is the resolution, so we gotta, like, you know, do all the things and defeat the actual final boss. There's just one more dungeon left. Oh, right. What we were going to do, before I forgot, was see what magic we're missing still. So we're missing Scourge. And that's it from that. We're missing Asunaga and Holy, which I kind of want to go out and get. So we got the thing from Nalbina to, or no, from Boffelheim port, I think is what it's called, to Nalbina. You have to make a transfer. You can't go straight from Balfenheim to to Ravenaster. Why off streaming? Just because you kill a boss doesn't mean you have to stop streaming? It doesn't, but I have so many other games to do, and when there's no more story stuff to do, then the rest is just kind of, you know, grinding or, you know, aimless wandering, or even worse, just like me looking up a guide on where to grab the next thing and then just going to do that thing, and then looking up where the next thing to do is and then going and doing that thing. So I'll do the super bosses. What other super bosses are there? I mean, in Final Fantasy X, I knew all the super bosses because they made it very obvious where they were. In Final Fantasy XIII, when we play that, we're actually going to beat the final boss and then continue playing, because there's actually a lot of stuff that happens after you beat the final boss. And that's probably the same thing here as well, and I just don't know about it yet. So, like, no one's going to explain the black chocobo up here? It really is the main post-credit content here. There's like that one monster that's like has 20 million HP or something like that. I can already fight it now. Oh, these two? Yeah, they are actually pretty weird. Are they also looking for the super legendary bow? That I'm pretty sure is actually weaker than the bows I currently have. You have to finish all of the hunts. Like, including the secret hunts or just the hunts? Because I thought that I finished all the hunts. Maybe there are even more now that I've gotten to the final dungeon. I'm not convinced that Vaan is actually old enough to drink. These bartenders are being very irresponsible. So we just went to Navina. Let's go to Kirby next. Yerba's the floating city where Ashe's uncle presides over, but he's secretly working for the one of the empires, the bad one, the other bad one, and he betrayed us that one time. I'm trying my best to keep track of everything. Yeah, Ashe, the Princess of Dalmasca, the one that said that she won't be using the Sun Cyst because Dalmasca's never needed it. This one here. Why are the prices so expensive here? What? I guess if there's no other way off the floating island. No, that's the one that you chose. But you don't get decimal till the second playthrough. So I wasn't even doing viewer choices. Well, I guess I should probably word that more clearly. So in the first time I played through the game, I actually had every viewer that was watching choose a character, and I chose that character in every battle when I could. And then in the second and third playthroughs, I let the viewers choose a new person every battle. So it wasn't like choose one person ever and that's the person I bring every time. It was more like, all right, for this battle, who do you want me to use? So I guess I should clarify in the question that it's only for the first playthrough. You should not use last names because I didn't program any of their last names in. And Narv is also just the wrong answer. I don't think anyone chose Narv. Maybe someone did. If they did, then it would be in the right answers. So they're not saying anything new. Alright, I think that I've done all of them. Where was I just coming from? I just came from the floating city, Jerba. So I've been to Nalmina and I've been to Bujerba. Alright, Arcades and back. The chief stewardess that I'm looking for, his name begins with an S. This is Chazelle instead. So this is not who I'm looking for. Let's see if we've already... What's it called? Okay. We've never heard these dialogues before. An impoverished adventurer such as yourself afford passage to the capital? You're joking, right? I have so much money. Like, I own literally everything. And I have sandalwood chops too. Or is it pine chops? I forget which one. But I have the thing that I'm supposed to have. That is a good one there. That is what I was thinking for most of the game. I would either just actually walk or use the gate crystals. Starting to sweat a little bit, huh? Wait, but you're not Sam, though. You were Cheryl. I guess the message at the front, at the beginning, has no bearing on what the Chief Steward actually is in here. one sister left. Okay. So I've already heard all these things before. Yep. It'd be crazy if you got the bow. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm going after the top deck is for the off chance that I get the bow. I wonder if it would even do more damage than just casting magic, though. Oh. There are definitely more marks to be had. So we will, that's good. That means that there's more stuff for us to do before we actually go in and fight the final boss. But they're all rank 7 though. I feel like they're all going to be kind of easy still. The Aerodome in Dalmascan. Okay. Oh, just in Jerva too. Pisco Demon? That's going to be a fun one. I like how the stakes are. He was wounded so badly that he couldn't spar with me anymore. Like, he's not dead. He's just too hurt to train with me. And now has to be avenged. So there are two of them in Mount Omisasi, Mount Burr. Yeah, I'm alright mostly. I am getting over some mysterious illness. Did I already do that thing that he's talking about? Some worm on the steps? Nope, that's not the one. Well, that sounds like a lead to me. Some guy that's in the Saratobi steppes that wants to fight some sort of worm that yells at windmills. I know where the windmills are. This will probably be the last thing that we do today, is explore the lead with the worm in the steps. We probably have only 2 more streams of Final Fantasy XII to go. here is a worm. It's probably not the one I'm looking for. Defeated A and C, which means that there's probably a B somewhere. Whoops. Guess we'll never know. I think that before the next stream, which will likely be tomorrow, I'm going to look up... Wait, what? That was a mark? What was that I just got through killing? That was a Spider Docleon. Okay. I had no idea. Yeah, but before I stream next, I'm going to look up where I can get Ardor and where I can get Sunaga. And then, are there other things that I want? Yeah, that was a trophy. I turned them in Fawn Coast. I just wasn't expecting them to be... I wasn't expecting that enemy to actually be so easy to kill, but also be important. Sunaga... What's the other thing I'm missing? Technically Holy. I should look up where Holy is as well. And Renew. Renew, Holy, Asunaga. And I think that's it. I mean, I have Scathe. I could look up where Scourge is, but I don't really care. And then, let's see, some time magic that I could use. Hastka? Actually, that would be kind of nice, getting Hastka. Oh, I have Graviga? I didn't even realize. That's even better than Gravity. Why have I not been using that? Oh, thank goodness. A confused Bosch will literally kill the rest of the party. But it looks like it's already done. So, like, what is he doing? One of these didn't work. It's this one that doesn't work. I don't know why. Oh, there's a guy up there. Here he is. The worm philosopher. The viral. Oh, I did? Cool. Yeah, I killed the viral. This is a key said to open the door to a chamber holding a most terrible worm. Kind of want to go there now. The age-worn key. The legendary makes mention of the worm's ferocity, but not its whereabouts. Bosch does not have telekinesis. I actually have a gambit set up so that he would use telekinesis, but he doesn't learn it. Does that mean that the windmills are now moving now? Sure, it's running, I guess. I suppose I need to leave the area and then come back in order for it to actually behave like it's doing. Are you over leveled? I mean, for this area, of course. Yeah. Like, this is, you know, tens of hours ago. No, this windmill's still not actually running. Because maybe it's not windy enough. Hey there, party DJ. I wonder if at any point in time I'll fight a Tunberry. And I wonder if it'll have karma. Because if it does, then we might be in huge, huge trouble. We've killed so many things over the course of our playthrough. Like way, way more than necessary. Alright, we did the thing, we got the key. And I guess we'll call it for now. It's movie night. So I'll be back in several hours. I plan on recording some Triangle Strategy off stream tonight. And from there, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do some Unite afterwards, or maybe I'll do the opposite and I'll stream Unite first, and then I'll do Triangle Strategy afterwards. That makes more sense because more people will be awake to actually play with me. I guess there's no point in actually boarding the straw because there's no save crystal on the straw. So instead, I'll just say, if you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Maybe 3 or so hours from now, maybe 4, we'll be back with some Pokemon Unite. Tomorrow, we play more Final Fantasy XII. We'll do a couple of marks. Maybe find this worm. We'll see. Monday, Smash. Tuesday, Smash. Wednesday, Pokemon Unite. Thursday, Smash. Friday, Smash. Oh, no. Thursday and Friday. Sorry. Thursday and Friday, we're actually playing Final Fantasy XVI. So Thursday, I'm off from work. My wife is not, so I'll be playing basically all day. I'm going to play Final Fantasy XVI when I wake up, followed by probably more Final Fantasy XVI after lunch, and then maybe some Final Fantasy XII in the evening. And then Friday, we'll be playing Final Fantasy XVI in the morning. We will play Final Fantasy XVI after lunch, and then we'll play some Super Smash Brothers in the evening. So that's the plan for those days. And then next Saturday is Final Fantasy XII and Unite again. So thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you then. If any of that sounds interesting, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.